Hi, so today I'm going to be talking about the best, cheapest, essential art supplies, well, drawing supplies. You don't need, but it's just advice, isn't it? I don't think you need to spend loads and loads and loads of money on art supplies to draw. It seems a bit pointless to me. The only thing that I spend loads of money on when it comes to my drawings is the paper. The paper can get really, really expensive. This is the paper that I use. I think you get 25 in a pack, I'm not quite sure. And I can't remember how much it costs, not gonna lie. So first, obviously, if you're drawing, you need pencils. The pencils that I always use are Staedtler pencils. I love Staedtler pencils so much. I've tried so many pencils and Staedtler, they just seem to be the best ones. These are the ones that I use, the red ones. The red ones are drawing ones. The yellow ones are more for like just writing, you know. These are proper drawing ones. And they're absolutely amazing. I think that they're perfect for drawing and stuff like that. Next thing are rubbers, erasers, whatever you want to call them. I don't really care what rubber I use, to be honest. I don't usually use rubbers, like those big ones. I usually use either kneadable erasers, which I've got one upstairs that's from like WH Smith or something. You can get them for really, really cheap, and they're kind of fun to play with, not gonna lie. But I bought this today and I used it today. This was like £7, I think. And if you press this button, it rubs it out really, really fast. If you want to get something cheaper, I used to buy these from Amazon and they worked amazing. I had a few of them, but my boyfriend decided to throw mine away. So that's why I had to buy this today. So thanks for that. He's in the other room, he can hear me. It is completely optional what I'm going to mention, but I really love to use graphite. I find that graphite makes the dark parts of a drawing just pop. It just looks so much better. And it helps so much with like bringing out shadows and stuff like that. I have done some drawings without graphite. I'll put some pictures of ones that I've done without graphite actually. These ones are done without graphite, and I'll find some that I've done with graphite here. So this is without, this is with graphite. And you can kind of see that there's a lot more shadows and darker parts with the graphite. And I feel like it just brings it to life a little bit more. This is the one that I was using today. This is Faber-Castell. It's 8B. It was £3, I think, but you can actually buy really, really cheap ones on Amazon. I bought a cheap one on Amazon. It was like £2 and I've completely lost it. I don't know where it's gone. It could be anywhere. But that one was really, really good. It was just really hard to sharpen because it was pure graphite. So you had to actually sharpen it with a blade and not a sharpener, which was really annoying. But this one's obviously like a pencil, so I can sharpen that. Next, I'm going to talk about blending. It's really recommended that you don't blend with your hands or your fingers. I still do it sometimes, not going to lie. Sometimes I get carried away and something's just not blending, so I just blend it with my hands. But if you blend with your hands or your fingers, the oils from your hands get onto the paper and then you can't blend it anymore. So you won't be able, once you've blended it with your hands, you can't blend it anymore because of the oils. So you can use blending stumps like this. I've used this like once. I just find them really, really pointless. I don't think they're worth spending money on, in all honesty. Because all I use is cotton buds. I've lost my cotton bud, but you know what a cotton bud looks like. I just use cotton buds and it does the job. It does the job, if not better than the blending stumps. I just think it's a waste of money. Like, you can buy literally a pack of 250 cotton buds for like £1, and they're just amazing. I literally would never go back. And cotton buds are good for like precise, if you want to do like, I use them a lot for eyes, under the eyes and stuff like that. And I just think that cotton buds are so much better. And it's all about being cheap. These are cheap supplies and they just they work so much better than expensive supplies. Like even this that I was talking about, I would still be happy with the cheaper one. Like seriously, they do the same things. The only thing is that this just does it a bit quicker, and it really takes the colour out more because you've got it, like, you can vibrate it, so it really goes really fast. But the ones on Amazon are actually thinner, so you can actually get in there a bit more. So you don't need to be spending loads of money on these supplies. The last thing I'll talk about is highlights. Highlights are also optional, but I think they're kind of essential. It makes your drawing pop a bit more, brings it to life a bit more. I've used so many different things for highlights. I've used Tip-X, which I don't really recommend. It's really hard to use and it just blobs up. I wouldn't use Tip-X. For a long time, I used white gel pens. White gel pens are good. They're precise, like they're good for really getting in there. I don't know if it's just my brand of gel pen, but I had a lot of struggles with actually getting the ink out. I had to like blow on the ends of them to actually get any ink out. And also, I can't say that I've had this issue, but I have heard other artists have said that they've had this issue where over time the white gel pen goes a bit yellow. So it's not really white on the paper anymore, it's more yellow. I haven't had that issue, but yeah, I don't really tend to use them anymore because of just how, I don't know, I just feel like you can, do you see what I mean? It just doesn't, the ink doesn't really come out. But like I said, I think that's the brand of gel pen. Gel pens are still good, I would still recommend them, but for me personally, I now use just white acrylic paint. I actually probably think as well white acrylic paint will be cheaper because this cost me like £2.50 and there's 75 mils in there, whereas like I got a pack of 10 gel pens I think for like £5. So this will last longer, you know, like gel pen, they will dry up, the gel pens. So I really recommend the paint. And also if you buy a small paintbrush, I have this paintbrush and you can see the end of it is like really thin, it's got a bit of paint on there still. I feel like you can just be a lot more precise and really see where you're dotting it in. And I use highlights for the eyes, teeth as well. It's good to use it for teeth, of like reflections on teeth. Reflections on jewellery is really good because you can see like, you know, jewellery, eyes, bits of hair, just amazing. I think paint is so much better. And you can also kind of layer it and choose how white you want it to be. If you don't want it to be that white, you can just use a really thin amount and like spread it out a bit. Or if you want it to be quite thick, like in the eyes, where there's highlights in the eyes, then you can get a fat blob and just put it in there. So yeah, I think that's everything. The one thing I would spend a lot of money on is paper. The paper really makes all the difference, but you can get cheap paper. You can buy like sketchbooks, but sometimes the paper's really hit or miss. I would recommend for the paper to actually go somewhere, go to a shop, because then you can see the pages, because you need it to be quite thick as well. If you're using like this is obvious, but if you're using like pens and stuff, then you want a thicker GSM. I think my paper is 180 GSM, I think, and it's fine for me. Works, does the job. Thank you for watching. It means a lot. Appreciate it. Cheers. If you want to see more of my artwork and the things that I do, this is my Instagram, this is my TikTok, and I will link everything else in the description. Everything will be in the description, just look in there. If you're interested in my videos, this is more of like this is probably my most serious video I've done so far. I am new to all this, but I want to do more like vlogs and things like that, so that's what I'll probably be doing more. Vlogs, random videos. This was kind of fun doing this, not gonna lie. I don't know, it's whatever I do, it's gonna be art related, unless it's some random vlog that I might throw in there. Who knows? I don't know what's gonna happen yet. Who knows? Here is the finished result of my drawing if you want to see it. So this is the finished drawing, and then this is it in different lighting as well. I'm going to link everything mentioned in the description box below if you're interested. So thanks again for watching, and bye!